It was certainly an exciting game for the neutral this evening, but what was it like for Craig Harrison looking on?
Look, I think we played really well. You know, take the first 10-15 minutes out of the game again, and we were excellent. I thought we played some fantastic football, scored some great goals, created more opportunities than what was scored. You know, the third goal is fantastic. You know, and it was a really open game. You know, the first half was, you know, huge. I imagine the neutrals, you know, were you know, salivating with the football that was played by both teams as well. You know, both teams going at it, and then obviously, you know, for myself and Gibbo, it's not what you want standing on the side as managers. You know, you want a nice easy game, and you don't want to, you know, too much controversy going on. But obviously, 5 goals in the first half. You know, I think after 15 minutes we were really good, and then second half we probably missed 3 or 4 more opportunities to score a few more goals.
And not wishing to take away from the 6 goals scored, of course, but you must have been unhappy with those 2 conceded early on.
Yeah, of course I am. You know, I am. It's, you know, it's happened a couple of times, you know, in pre-season in games that we've went behind quite early on. You know, and that's obviously something we've got to look into. In, you know, how do we change that? What do we need to change anything? Do we need to change the mindset, or do we need to physically do something different? You know, it's obviously something myself and the staff will be looking at this week, but then I think after that you look at it and we were, you know, some played some unbelievable football. You know, it's, you know, the third goal is an outstanding goal from back to front, great finish, you know, passing and moving, and, you know, and the way we want to play football, you know. But yeah, you don't want to concede goals, you know, and certainly don't want to go behind on 2 occasions. But if you have got the bad habit of going behind, then it's a great habit to counter that, to come and, you know, dig deep and come from behind twice to go and win the game comfortably, and possibly could have been a bit more.
I seem to ask you this question on a regular basis. We scored very late in the first half to go ahead for the first time in the game. Did that change your team talking?
No, it definitely didn't. It definitely didn't. You know, it was coincidental that we're going 3-2 up. You know, it didn't change anything that I said, and it was never going to.
And then finally, Craig, well, we are away next week against Pontypridd United. Looking forward to that game, another challenge?
Yeah, it's going to be a challenge, of course it is. You know, I think they drew tonight with Haverfordwest, and, you know, you look at it and they brought some players in, and, you know, they've strengthened, and it's not an easy place to go, we know that, but we've got to make sure we concentrate on ourselves, and, you know, if we perform like we did for 80 minutes, again, any time in the season, we're going to be hard to live with against anybody. Take away the opposition, if we can perform like we did, then, you know, it's going to be tough for the opposition. So it's about keeping them standards. You know, we can't just go, right, well done, brilliantly. You know, we need to make sure that we pick the bones out as well. And I do actually think, hand on heart, we can do a little bit better as well. I think we can do better. Obviously, we can do better defensively, but I also think in possession we can do better. And I'd be demanding for him to do better. You know, if a player looking back, if he's made 5 missed passes tonight, I'd be asking him to make 4 missed passes next week, and we'll work on it in training, and then demand the standards to try and be as high as possible. We might not. You're never going to get perfection; it doesn't exist. But there's no harm in, you know, in working hard to try and do that.